It's never a good idea to do a video of about something, a video review about something without actually having the device on your person. Unfortunately, fellows, I don't have the device on my person right now. I don't know if it's in my bag. I don't know if it's upstairs. I don't know if I left it at the office. Now, let me just start off by saying I am not an easy customer. Especially when it comes to AirPods, I've had a mixed experience. I had the AirPod 2s, the ones which had the wireless charging bit, and it was a gift from somebody. So when you are gifted something, I think you have a more neutral outlook towards the thing you're actually using. Having said that, I felt that those AirPods had amazing sound quality, were plenty comfortable for my liking, and they didn't really have anything wrong going for them. The size, the case, everything was perfected by Apple, and those are available for a steal right now. If you can get a pair of those, and you can live happily ever after for as long as they last. Moving on, I'm a very curious guy. I have used the Bose Qc 25s and I absolutely adored them. In terms of comfort, sound, portability, I think the Bose Qc 25 have no comparison. Prior to that, I've also used the Qc 20s, which were wired earphones, if you remember. And I've also used the Bose Qc 30, which is the wireless variant of the Bose Quiet Comfort series. And I've also used the Bose Qc 35 second generation headphones. I know I'm talking a lot, but I want to give you, I want the viewer to get some context about where I'm coming from, even though I don't have the product in my hand right now. Forgive me for that. So I'm a big fan of Bose. Bose cannot do anything wrong in my book, especially for the headphones. You can find fault with the new speakers they have come out with, but Bose knows their game when it comes to headphones. The Qc35s are fantastic. The Qc25s wired headphones were also pretty good. Qc20s were amazing. Qc30 was a bit of a mixed bag, and it did become faulty eventually. And the Qc35s are pretty good, and the NC700s, which I presently use, which are somewhere around here. I thought they were anyway, man. Okay, they're sitting there in that heap right here. So these are my NC700s, or the Bose 700s as some people like to call them. Are pretty good, not very comfortable, but the sound, man, the sound is very good. The sound isolation could be better for sure. Moving forward, after having all of these headphones, I decided to get the AirPod Pros because they're supposed to be the top of the kingdom and the food chain. I got the AirPod Pros on a sale. I got a bit lucky. I spent about 15,000 rupees on it, and I wore them, and I was fascinated by how good the sound was. I heard a bunch of audiobook hours on that. I listened to some music on it. I took it to gym. It was a mixed experience because they kept popping out of my ear despite the solid seal. Eventually, I realized after 5 days of using them that I had pain in my ear canal. So I stopped using them. I tried them 2-3 times, but every time I would end up with I would give myself a 2-3 day gap and not use them, use the Bose instead. But eventually they gave me a earache. So I'm not one to keep things which annoy me, especially when these things are very expensive, man. So I'm mindful of the fact that everything comes with a resale value. I put it up for resale and I got 12,000 rupees back, and I was a happy camper because I had made a mistake which did not cost me a lot because I purchased the product on a sale, number one. Number two, I knew when to sell it. I was very hesitant about the new Bose, new Apple third generation AirPods. I was quite hesitant about it. And I decided to bite the bullet. Again, this was a gift to me. But even then, it was a gift from somebody very close to me. So I did not want them to spend money on something which I would consider wasteful, especially after my AirPod Pro experience and fiasco. Long story short, I got the AirPod 3 and I used them for the first 3-4 days, and I still found them a bit uncomfortable on my ear canal. And then I decided to forget the fact that they're uncomfortable, and I decided to wear them for long hours. And I realized, dude, they are not as bad as the AirPod Pros. So I decided to use them more, and now I've been using them on and off for about 25 days. So I think I have somewhat of a formidable opinion on them. And the opinion is this, I really like them. I like them because the sound is pretty good, it's crisp, it's fantastic, and it gets really loud, especially if you're indoors. If you take them outdoors, definitely they are fun to walk around with. But again, if there are people around you who are talking, and if there are cars which are honking, which they always honk in my city, then you might find that you're not able to concentrate. But this I'm talking about when I walked out, I only listen to audiobooks on them. I seldom listen to music. Dude, if I'm on my MacBook, okay, and I'm connected to the AirPods, and I get a call on my iPhone, I just have to look at the iPhone, I have to wear them, and boom, they are connected in a second. I can't believe how seamless this is. Then once my call is up, I can just go look at my MacBook, and it'll be like, do you want to connect your AirPods now? And you click connect, and boom, you're connected. So if you're in the Apple, I hate this word, universe, the ecosystem and all that, I strongly suggest you get the AirPod Pros, the AirPod 3s, I'm sorry. This has been a huge rant. I've been going on for 6 minutes now. So in terms of sound, I want to give them a 4 on 5. In terms of value, $18,500. I want to give them a 3.5 on 5 because I always take time to decide whether something is worth it or not. In case of my AirPod 2s, they were stolen. I don't know where, but somebody stole them. And that's the only product I really lost, so to speak. And I really like the fact that Apple is concentrating so much on certain technologies. I don't want to get the AirPod Max because they cost an arm and a leg. And even in the used market, you can probably get one for $35,000. But I don't know, man. It somehow doesn't resonate with me when I can get a brand new AirPod 3 for $18,500. So what I'm doing is I'm living with the AirPod 3s and I'm living with the Bose 700s, and it's a very good life. It's a pretty good life. I have nothing to complain about. The other day I wanted to take a quick nap, so I went to my recliner at my office, and I have a room, okay, in my office which is called the snooze room. I was in the snooze room with my AirPod 3s, and you know, it was just the best time, man. I heard an entire album by Cocteau Twins, and it was fascinating. In case you're wondering what album that was, it's called Treasure. And if you've heard Cocteau Twins, man, if you haven't heard of Cocteau Twins, I'll probably put a link for the album in the details section in the bottom. What don't I like about the AirPod 3s? Frankly, I'm struggling to find something which I really dislike about them. I think they're worth the price so far. I will let you know when they are 5 stars worthy. I have to use it for 6 months at least to come up with that verdict. And Apple is really killing it. Of course, if these are priced at 12,000 rupees, they would be a lot better. But you can't really do that with a company like Apple, which believes in giving you the best product, and they want a price for it. And if you want, you can pay for it. Or if you want, you can just say no. It's like staying in a 7-star hotel. You can go to the 5-star hotel and stay there, or you can go to the 7-star. You can definitely go to Goa and stay at Novotel, no offense, or you can stay at the Lalit. You can get a good deal at Fort Aguada. But if you're really in for the challenge, you should probably go to W, because that's where everything happens. And you pay extra money for it, and it won't immediately hit you as to why you're doing it. But the kind of service, the kind of music and everything that plays there, you know it's worth it. Similarly, in a different life scheme and system, I feel the AirPod 3s really catch the drift in this busy, bustling world of technology today. And for that, I want to congratulate Apple. I think they've delivered a very, very good product. Yeah. If you have Android, should you get it? Sure, you can definitely get it if you have Android, but I don't think it'll be as useful for you because if you have just the MacBook and don't have an Apple phone, I strongly suggest you don't buy this. Just on the basis of using it with your MacBook, I don't think it's worth it. This is for somebody who has a MacBook, has an iPad, has an Apple Watch. It connects with this also. Sorry, you can't see it, but it's somewhere here. And it also connects with everything, and the connection system is just absolutely seamless. You can't find a fault with it. They get very loud indoors. The spatial audio is fantastic. I'm so glad I remembered that feature, because I would think about adding it as an edit later, which would look really bad. So the AirPod 3s look fantastic. They feel fantastic. The battery life is outstanding. Sometimes I'm 1.5 hours on a computer, and it'll be at 89%, and I'll be like, "What?" I'll be listening, and it has never gone below 70% for me, and that also because I left it to discharge. Make sure if you buy this, you don't put your speakers somewhere else. Make sure you basically keep them inside the case, and make sure that's your habit, because you will lose it if you don't keep it like that. And you don't want to lose an expensive product which you may be able to sell after a couple of years for half the price, man. That doesn't make any sense. Don't expect any Apple warranty from Apple. Apple doesn't give a damn about anything. The Apple service in India is pretty horrific, but I'll save that story for another story. Thank you for watching, guys.